Yeah, welcome all. Today we are going to see forward reasoning and forward the follow by the forward chain. The topic name is forward reasoning. Reasoning it will be takeover for the forward chaining and as well as the backward chaining process. So in before that we can just see with the what is meant by the forward chaining. So this is as a very important inference technique in the AI used for problem solving and decision making. So this method it will be help as derive the conclusion starting from known as the fact using the logical rules. So it will be basically current position, that is a basic information. That information it should be follow the real fact and then real rules, and then finally we will get the goal statement. So this is the main definition for using the forward statement process. And this method it will be take over for the data driven approach. So what is meant by the data driven approach means, so first one, this approach it will be just to focus and then observe with the available information, what is the thing or what is the rule is happening in the current position of the problem, and then we can apply the step by step process for generating the process. Finally we can use with the generator of step by step process, we will get the good conclusion here. So it will be until the conclusion, whenever we can satisfy, we can process the step by step rule. So this is the basic information for the forward chaining. So forward chaining, this is one of the rule based of the fact. So that particular rule based we can easy to apply with the condition, and the condition step by step process we can apply. Finally we will reach out the goal. So in this method it will be very helpful for data driven approach. So this method only we can able to solve with the forward chaining process. So this is the in short of the method. This is the process flow. So we are having the start with the fact, that is a rules, and then that observe the information of the rules. We can generate with the rules of the information and then follow by the step by step process with the help of the rules, and finally we can reach out the goal statement. So this is the in short of the process flow. So this is the basic example for the forward chaining. So in the context, they will give like the rule based of the problem. So rule 1, rule 2, rule 3, rule 4, all based upon the thing we need to just satisfy the help of the rules over here. That is a data driven rules. Based upon the data driven, we can make with the or get with the good goal over here. Okay, this is the rule. So before going that solving this problem, we can first generate with the knowledge base of the rule. Okay, so this is the theory based. Rule 1, the context is if A and C, that we will connect the extend with the thing is F. And then A and E, we will get the G. And then B, it will be connected or extended to the E. And then G, it will be connected to the D. So this is one of the rule. So after this rule, so we can be able to get it these kind of the knowledge based representation. So how we are going to make with this knowledge base means, so A and C, that is a inference rule. A and C, we will get the F, and then A and E, we will get the G, and then B, E, and then G, and then D. This is one of the knowledge representation of the process. And the database already we are having the initial state is A and A comma B. So this is the initial state. So before going to start the problem, we can start with the A and B in the particular variable. Follow by that, we can just extend our problem step by step problem of the process. So this is the problem. So these things only we have to prove that. So proof of if A and B as the true, then D is the true. So how we are going to generate the rule means, so A and B, it should be connected to the D. So this is the thing only we have to prove it. Okay. So the rule is they have given like this via, based upon this rule we can make with the knowledge base, and then already they will give the database of the first starting variable, and then they will give the proof of the statement. So now we can proceed with the forward reasoning process. You can look at the diagram here. So we can make with the diagrammatical representation. So we are having the three boxes. After the getting of the knowledge base, we can make with the knowledge base like that. Okay. So first rule, first we can start with the AB. Why we can start with the AB? Already we are having the database, the variable name already they have given like AB. So what are the possible way we can able to connect here? So A or B or A, B like that. Okay. So now A and B is there for each rule. No, we don't have a A and B. But A only separate is there for the connecting position? No, we are having the A, but it could be connected like the and C and then and E. So we cannot able to connect over here. So what is the possible other way of the connection? B only that. So B implies to the E. That is a extend to the E. So what the thing is happening here? Now we can connect with the knowledge based. Already we are having the A and B. Now we can store with the E as the extra over here. Okay, so we are having in the knowledge based A variable, B variable, E variable. Okay, so next box we can process to the next connection. So follow by this rule. Already the like what not the B is already over, B turn is already over. Now we can look at A and E or A separate. Okay, so now we can look at A separate is there? No, we don't have in separate of A, and then A and E is there. A and E, yes, that no that. So that why we can connect with the A and E. But here the E also not there. So that way the possible connection is A and E. So now we can able to connect with the A and E. The implies of what is the thing is G is there. So A and E, it should be connected to the G. So now we can store the variable. Already we are having the A, B, E. The new variable of the name is G. So G also store it here. Okay. So now what the thing we are going to do, already the B turn is over and then A and E turn is over. The two terms only that. So first possible way of the connection and then last possible way of the connection. So now we are having the combined position is there. A and G is there. No, we don't have a and G. We are having only the G. So G connected to the D. So finally, the all data information it will be stored into the A and then B and then followed by the E and then G. And finally, the G it will be stored into the D. Okay, so the condition is A, B in the database we are having, but D also true because of they always we are whenever we are having the A and B rule is there means automatically the D is true. So we are having the A and B in followed by the D as the rule over here. So this is one of the forward reasoning process. So this is one of the step flow. Start with the fact A comma B and then B from the B it will be connected to the E, that is a inference rule, and then B, E, the G and then connected to the G as the thing, and then G we will get it connected to the D. So this is one of the process flow after the getting of this reasoning of the diagram. So this is the basic forward chaining process. Now we are going to see the backward chaining. So backward chaining means what? This is one of the reverse process over here. Okay, so this is also the AI technique, backward chain reasoning as the one of the AI technique. So we can able to get it like the inference rule. But the thing is what now? This is one of the reverse process. We are going to determine like the goal to the starting position. That is a reverse process. Okay. So this is the basic definition. So we are having the backward process to determine the fact of the rule until we can get it as a goal state. But we can start with the goal state to the starting state. So in this method, we are having the goal driven approach. So what is meant by the goal driven process means, so begin with the desired conclusion and then search with the each and every product rule, and then it will be accessed like the recursive process, recursively checking for all conditions and then sub goal conditions, and then finally we will provide the goal statement. So this is one of the in short method of technique. So we are having the goal and then find with the rules and then check with the required condition, and finally we will get the conclusion. So this is one of the process flow for happening for the backward chaining of the process. Okay, so this is one of the proof rule. So we are having the A and B same rule only. Okay, A and B, this is the rule after we can make with this, and then this is the knowledge representation A and B, and then our goal statement is what now? Proof of the D. Okay, proof of the D. So here what the thing is happening means, this is one of the reverse process where we are having the A, B, G almost all variable. So we can apply with the thing, and then again we can just stake with the next process of the E process. Okay, so G process. After the G is connected to the like what now as the F process. That is look like as a reverse process, detailed reverse process. Okay, so finally we will reach out the D as the true condition over here. So first we can do with the forward means same forward condition we can able to get it as a reverse process over here. So this is the basic thing, and these are all the declarative knowledge and then procedural knowledge. Whenever we can go with the declarative, we can just understand the fact, and then what is the static of the nature is there, everything we have to analyze. And then procedural, so we have to follow with the step by step process of the procedural, so then only we can make with the good level of the chaining process. So how to perform, and then how to operate, and then how to do with the procedural statement with the help of the inference rule, everything we have to follow with the some procedural statement. So then only we will get the good outcome. So this is the process, step process, like the to provide the D and then follow by the conditions. After the D is, it will be connected to the G, and then A is known and proof with the G, and then P is the true, and no, and it will be take over the final D is the true. So these are all the basic information, only the forward and backward chaining over here. Based upon the forward and then backward chaining, so we can apply with the goal state of the level. So each and every chaining process we can before starting, once they have given the question and then statement means, we can easy to track with the and then define with the rule, inferences rule, and then follow by the conditions over here. So this is the basic information for the process of solving the forward and backward chaining. So thank you for watching. Thank you.